Part of our commitment to keeping you informed and empowered about what's going on within our state amid this coronavirus outbreak, every Sunday night, our news team is bringing you a review of stories that have happened in the past week and a preview of what's to come in the week ahead. Here's Rob.
The week that was saw progress from the state legislature in its special session to help so many struggling financially from the pandemic. The bipartisan effort over 3 days resulted in nearly $300 million being allocated for everything from rent and utility support to food pantries, tax relief, and expansion of internet access with so much online learning during the pandemic. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Anthony Fauci spoke directly to Coloradans about vaccine relief, the likelihood of distribution sooner rather than later to first responders and extended care facility residents and staff once it's approved. We can expect that, frankly, in the next 10 days. One vaccine already approved for distribution this week in the United Kingdom. Local communities like Pueblo trying to take advantage of what's called a 5-star variance. It's being utilized right now on the western slope to allow counties that are on the red level of the COVID dial to revert back to orange, to allow more businesses, most notably bars and restaurants, to allow more capacity if the state health department approves their COVID prevention plan. Pueblo should hear back, the mayor says, next week if it's a go. Fremont County moved to orange on the COVID dial this week, one step below red as cases and hospitalizations continue to climb there. More restrictions in place, at least for the next 30 days. We learned this week that UC Health Memorial conducting experimental treatment of an antibody drug on 2 high-risk patients. Emergency authorization in hopes of preventing hospitalization. The one-time payment of $375 going out this week to hundreds of thousands of Coloradans who have been forced into unemployment during the pandemic. Although the governor admitted it's not much, but a stopgap measure as Congress tries to work out a new stimulus package. Talks, in fact, resume this week, hopeful of a deal before Christmas. We remain hopeful, but struggles do remain. We must buckle down through early next year in hopes of turning this thing around. Stay strong, stay safe, protect yourself, your neighbor, and our small businesses. Always watching out for you, I'm Rob Quirk.
Also watching out for you, I'm Elizabeth Watts. With a look at some of what you'll see on News 5 this week. Tomorrow, Pueblo's newest COVID testing site opens due to an increase in numbers in the county. This is Parkview Hospital's new visitor policy goes into effect. Only a limited number of visitors are allowed in certain situations now. Also, the city of Pueblo holding a special session this week to discuss several items, including funding for a new test site. And this week, our Ashley Portillo talking with a foster care agency that's setting up a virtual wish list to help foster kids this holiday season. Of course, we'll continue to stay on top of how folks and small businesses are adapting to the holidays this year, like a year like no other, and still keeping the spirit of the season alive. And on Thursday, meteorologist Alex O'Brien, she'll have our weekly ski report, show us what you can expect if you want to hit the slopes and be socially distant next weekend. And we'll have you all covered when it comes to the latest coronavirus news, how it impacts your life and our communities. And of course, we will get through this together. Stay safe and healthy out there. Have a great week.